I get your message.
I see two good things. I say right.
Oh, yeah. When you tell them talk about whole wheat bread, don't let nobody fool you. They target these things.
Hey, man, clean boss.
He wrong to understand each other.
Yeah, I'm good.
You want to see if I have you?
No, that's right. Do I say so? When
Guys, F.
Who tell you that?
Oh, you go sit down there and think about nothing.
Hey, what's everybody doing? And at this point, we take you right over to our affiliate Gael South for our Tuesday night 9 p.m. news.
Evening and welcome to your Gael South Evening News. I am Natasha Grimes. In the headlines, the Ministry of Health says WHO-approved vaccines are available throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Lake asphalt workers engage in protest over unpaid wages. The Kiss Baking Company increases prices on some products. Guyana awarded Japanese grant to boost COVID-19 fight.
Good evening, I am Shakwana Wheeler here with your sports report. In the headlines, exclusive ball football kits for Trinidad and Tobago women's national team. West Indies PRO Imran Khan dies of COVID-19.
In local news, on Tuesday morning, workers from the Lake Asphalt of Trinidad and Tobago engaged in a protest at the company's Labrie compound over months of unpaid wages. Despite these conditions, the workers continue to work religiously and are calling on the government to assist the company with their financial dilemma. Over 300 workers at the company are being affected, and according to the chairman of the hourly and weekly brand, contractors and general trade union, Rayborn Noble, they are owed over $8 to $10 million. Gael South has more in this report.
We will discuss the cars that Lake Asphalt owned in May, and they give it away to their managers when we are not being paid. A car valued at $200,000, they buy for $20,000. We'll talk that another time, Mr. Prime Minister. We'll talk that behind closed door if you allow us. What we are interested in today is to be paid our wages. Workers here are asking the union to say the directors must go. We tell them not today. Workers here are saying, I am saying, the CEO must go, but not today. Today we are asking to be paid our salary another day. We would raise other issues because this has been ongoing. We have been silent for long and we will be silent no more. From today, we would be begging, but while we begging, we would be speaking out loud.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Approximately 300 workers inclusive of all categories, hourly, weekly, junior staff and senior staff. And casuals.
So what's the next step for the workers?
Very good question. We do not have a next step. We are suffering so much, we are so weak. This is our last. What can we do after this? What step you can take after you go down in the knee and you beg like a dog? Yeah, we like dog begging for we own salary, what we work for. That's what Roger Wiggins do to we. What we gonna do again? We can't do nothing else. We wait again and beg again.
What has management been saying to the workers?
Management busy trying to get the assets for themselves. While we suffering, management is sharing up the pie. Well, not even a pie, the crumbs. They are sharing the assets of Lake Asphalt among themselves.
The Ministry of Health says WHO approved vaccines are available in all 5 regional health authorities and at 109 health centers, in addition to advertised mass vaccination sites. The vaccines have been made available at all locations throughout the country for members of the public 18 years and above, including the Pfizer vaccine for children 12 to 18 years of age. Members of the public can therefore access the vaccines at locations most convenient to them. No appointment is required, and the public will be facilitated on a first come, first served basis based on vaccine availability. The public is further encouraged by the Ministry of Health to take advantage of any opportunity to receive a COVID-19 vaccine as soon as possible and to continue to follow the public health protocols and the 3 W's: wear your mask, watch your distance, and wash your hands. And finally, in local news, the Kiss Bacon Company announced yesterday that they will be increasing the prices of some of their products. The company stated in a media release that while they are sensitive of the economic challenges in Trinidad and Tobago, an increase in the price of raw materials has forced them to increase the cost of their products. The release stated that raw material prices have increased by as much as 30% in some instances. The company has also been negatively affected by an increase in shipping costs because of continued strains placed on supply chains throughout the world due to COVID-19 lockdowns. We'll take a break and Shakwana will be back with your sports news.
Fens, the single largest specialty retailer of residential and office furniture, consumer electronics, home appliances, and household items in Trinidad and Tobago. At Fens, we offer a large selection of high-quality products, honest and reliable service. We are passionate about serving you, and we're proud of the standard of excellence upheld by our knowledgeable staff, friendly delivery teams, and dedicated customer care associates. Visit Fens First, your friendly furniture, appliance, and electronic dealer since 1960.
If these walls could talk, they'd cry uncle. They didn't plan to become offices or yoga studios, but they've stood by us, even when we got a little stir-crazy. For that, they deserve some thanks. They deserve Benjamin Moore.
Morning, fresh kits were unveiled by Bowl Football for Trinidad and Tobago Women's National Team. Steel Tribe, the name of the design. According to their philosophy, One Football, the Miami-based apparel brand released the kit featuring the unique steel pan and tribal artwork that represents the beauty, strength, and resilience that is the team's heritage. As a brand, they are inspired to tell stories through the designs of the jerseys that the players will wear to play their best and represent their people. According to the Miami-based company, the traditional stripes of the red home jersey combined elements of football with the distinctive patterns of the Chimbingonian ceramics found in the National Museum and the Art Gallery in Port of Spain, and silhouettes of the steel pan, the national instrument. The female celebratory figure portrayed on the away jersey represents the Twin Islands world-renowned carnival and how the team unites the country and its people abroad as a tribe. Ball is introducing the new kits this week as the team is training for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers. All jerseys will be made available for purchase on Ball's official site and in selective stores in Trinidad and Tobago. On Tuesday, Trinidad and Tobago women's hockey team managed to secure a 2-all draw against opponents Paraguay at the 2021 Women's Pan American Challenge in Peru. After a standstill first half, Brittany Hinge scored the first goal for the team after a surgical pass into the penalty circle from Teresa Lozama. Paraguay then took the lead with 2 back-to-back goals, giving the team an advantage over Team TTO. Fortunately for TTO, with seconds left in the game, Zenny Henry scored another goal after Shania De Freitas delivered a line drive towards the goal and Henry managed to capture the puck from the penalty circle, giving the team their second goal, causing the match to draw. Trinidad and Tobago will play against Brazil tomorrow at 12 p.m. local time. On to some sad news. On Tuesday, Guyana native and former head of public relations for the West Indies Cricket Board, Imran Khan, dies of COVID-19 at the intensive care unit at Lilindale Hospital, Guyana. Khan was tested positive for COVID-19 on September 15th and was rushed to the COVID facility. According to a media source, Khan admitted from the hospital that he was unvaccinated against the virus. However, he took all necessary precautions and only took part in virtual meetings. On a Facebook post on Saturday, Khan wrote, "By the grace and strength of God, I am still fighting this, but it is getting lonely. I need more help and support. Please help me fight more. I cannot do this alone. Thank you." He later offered thanks to the persons who were praying for his recovery. Close friend Darren Sammy took to Facebook this morning expressing his condolences, and I quote, "COVID just took my friend Imran Khan out of Guyana. I am telling you folks, it is not easy. Protect your loved ones. You can't be selfish about this," unquote. Condolences go out to his friends and family. And that's it for your sports report. Have a great evening.
Fens, the single largest specialty retailer of residential and office furniture, consumer electronics, home appliances, and household items in Trinidad and Tobago. At Fens, we offer a large selection of high-quality products, honest and reliable service. We are passionate about serving you, and we're proud of the standard of excellence upheld by our knowledgeable staff, friendly delivery teams, and dedicated customer care associates. Visit Fens First, your friendly furniture, appliance, and electronic dealer since 1960.
If these walls could talk, they'd cry uncle. They didn't plan to become offices or yoga studios, but they've stood by us, even when we got a little stir-crazy. For that, they deserve some thanks. They deserve Benjamin Moore.
Welcome back to your Guile South News. In regional news, Barbados, Chile, and Serbia have agreed to deepen bilateral relationships following separate meetings between the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Senator Dr. Jerome Walcott, and Chile's Minister of Foreign Affairs, Andres Almand, and a meeting with the Republic of Serbia held in the margins of the United Nations General Assembly. Minister Walcott and his Chilean colleague agreed that there was scope for closer cooperation between the two countries in the areas of disaster management and training. The two sides are expected to meet again before the end of the year to identify the specifics of the Enhanced Cooperation Program. Walcott and the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Serbia, Nikola Selakovic, discussed cooperation in the areas of tourism, sports, higher education, and information and communication technology. Minister Selakovic said that his country had started to manufacture COVID-19 vaccines and was able to assist Barbados in the fight against the pandemic. Guyana has been awarded over $200 million from the government of Japan to help boost its ability to fight the COVID-19 virus. Guyana's Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, disclosed this information yesterday. The minister said that over the last 6 months, his ministry had been trying to secure a grant which will be used to purchase much-needed equipment for the health sector and assist in the fight against COVID-19. The equipment is expected to arrive in Guyana in November and, in addition to 4 new ambulances which will be purchased. So far, Guyana has received generous donations of personal protective equipment, medical equipment, funding, and COVID-19 vaccines from several countries, non-governmental organizations, and international partners. In addition to the sensitization campaigns to educate the public on COVID-19, the government has established several measures to control the spread of the deadly disease. These include a national curfew and limitations on the operations of businesses. In some more regional news, the Caribbean Development Bank has approved loans of US $25 million to Antigua and Barbuda and US $7.5 million to Anguilla to counter the economic fallout from COVID-19 and support economic recovery. CDB President Dr. Jean Leon said the two loans will buttress socially responsible policies, particularly for the benefit of vulnerable people in Anguilla and Antigua-Barbuda, while backing the reform process in both countries to achieve greater resilience. Both countries are heavily affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, which caused a recession in Anguilla, where the gross domestic product contracted by over 27% in 2020, and Antigua and Barbuda, where GDP contracted by 16% last year compared with 2019. The loan to Antigua-Barbuda aims to achieve 3 goals, namely, strengthen the health emergency preparedness and response capacities to bolster social safety nets for vulnerable citizens, and to enhance the economic and fiscal frameworks for recovery after the pandemic. The loan to Anguilla will provide much-needed fiscal space to aid the recovery from COVID-19 in 2021 while supporting reform actions to improve the resilience to environmental and macroeconomic shocks. In a virtual press conference following the UN General Assembly, Barbados Prime Minister Mia Mottley has restated that she is not in support of mandatory vaccination of Bajans. She added that the government had always made the point that it will make tests freely available to people because there are some people who will never be able to be vaccinated because of various reasons, such as medical conditions, religious beliefs, and/or philosophical position. Barbados is arriving at a point where a combined approach of vaccinations and testing is needed to ensure that those who have been vaccinated are not unfortunately restricted or removed from being able to pursue their living, And at the same time, those who are not vaccinated are not excluded from participation in a society across an island that is only 166 square miles. The Prime Minister denounced any attempts to divide the country, warning that divisions would not end with the COVID-19 pandemic but would endure for generations. Over 130,000 Barbadians have already had one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. We take a break and be right back with your international news.
Fens, the single largest specialty retailer of residential and office furniture, consumer electronics, home appliances, and household items in Trinidad and Tobago. At Fens, we offer a large selection of high-quality products, honest and reliable service. We are passionate about serving you, and we're proud of the standard of excellence upheld by our knowledgeable staff, friendly delivery teams, and dedicated customer care associates. Visit Fens First, your friendly furniture, appliance, and electronic dealer since 1960.
If these walls could talk, they'd cry uncle. They didn't plan to become offices or yoga studios. But they've stood by us, even when we got a little stir-crazy. For that, they deserve some thanks. They deserve Benjamin Moore.
In international news, yesterday, singer R. Kelly was found guilty of exploiting his superstar status to run a scheme to sexually abuse women and children over 2 decades. 9 women and 2 men took to the stand over the searing 6-week trial to describe sexual humiliation and violence at his hands. The BBC has more in this report.
Today, they finally got justice after he was found guilty on all racketeering and sex trafficking charges brought against him by the government.
In rendering its verdict today, the jury delivered a powerful message to men like R. Kelly. No matter how long it takes, the long arm of the law will catch up with you.
A 5-week trial in New York laid out in lurid detail how the singer ran a decades-long criminal enterprise. Prosecutors said R. Kelly used a network of employees and close associates to recruit underage girls, boys, and women for sex. 45 witnesses gave evidence that R. Kelly was a predator who exploited his fame to entrap, control, and punish people, many aspiring singers. The accusations swirled around him for decades and reached a fever pitch after a documentary focused on the accounts of his accusers. One of those women, Geronda Pace, testified in court. She was one of the first to come forward and release this video detailing her experiences with R. Kelly at just 16 years old.
I was a victim of sexual abuse, mental abuse, and physical abuse, all at the hands of R. Kelly.
In an interview with the BBC, Kitty Jones also shared her story. She said many accusers were black women who felt their voices didn't matter to society.
Later, when I was introduced to one of the girls that he told me he trained, and since she was 14, those were his words. I saw that she was dressed like me, that she was saying the things that I would say, and her mannerisms were like mine. That's when it clicked in my head that he had been grooming me to become one of his pets that he calls them his pets.
Have you ever had sex
No.
with anyone under the age of 17?
No.
Never?
No.
R. Kelly chose not to testify. In this CBS interview before his arrest, he desperately tried to win over public opinion.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. Y'all, I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career.
The disgraced artist now faces a minimum of 15 years in prison. This has been an emotional trial for the women and men who've come forward. Not only has the jury heard them, they've believed them. It's another victory for survivors of sexual assault and the entire Me Too movement.
39 miners were faced with a 10-hour vertical climb after they became trapped deep underground in eastern Canada. They became stuck below the Totten mine in Sudbury, Ontario, on Sunday after the lift system was damaged. CTV News has more in this report.
Here's what we know. 39 miners stuck in the bottom of the Totten mine. That's owned by Vale, a major mining company, of course. Let's go to the region. CTV's Lindsay Alick is standing by. Lindsay, good to have you part of our coverage. And what can you tell us? What's the latest?
Thank you, Todd, for having me. Well, I just drove out to Totten Mine, which is just west of Sudbury in a small town called Worthington. And I've been speaking with USW Local 6500, the president of this union, and 30 of those miners are represented by that local union. And he says that they are very, very concerned. Now, we're hearing that nobody has been injured, that all of the miners have been safe. They've been in an area where they've had food, there are certain medications. But this all started, Todd, Sunday morning, we're hearing, early afternoon. So the miners went down in a shaft early Sunday at around 7 a.m. The incident that damaged this shaft occurred around 11:30 in the morning, and they have been stuck underground ever since.
So they've been stuck underground, Lindsay, then for more than 24 hours at this point. We're hearing that there's obviously, a lot of effort being made to get them out, that there's now sort of a secondary ladder system that they're putting into place to try and bypass some of the issues, that they would normally use to get them out of there. What are you hearing on that?
Yes, we are hearing they are using and will be exiting through an egress ladder system. And now, again, the union says that this is something that they're very concerned about, obviously for safety reasons. But he did tell me, the president of the local union, that the union and the company are working hand in hand very diligently to make sure that these miners are getting out safely. And that is exactly why no one has left the mine yet, is because they want to make sure that they are doing it safely. And now also I'm being told that mine rescue is on scene here. Now, where I am outside of the mine near the roadway here, you can't see any kind of activity, but these mine rescue workers are set up. They are going to be helping them move to safety, hopefully very soon. But again, we have no indication how much longer this will be going on.
Yeah, so what's the next step here, Lindsay? Obviously, we're tracking it closely. You're there nearby. What are you hearing in terms of what the next couple hours are going to bring? Any sort of indication?
There's no real indication, Todd, as to exactly what is going to unfold, other than the fact that they are going to be using this ladder system. It sounds like whatever incident occurred really damaged the mine shaft. And so it doesn't sound like that's going to be something they're going to be able to use to get these miners out safely, and that they will have to be using this ladder system. We're not sure how deep underground they are at this time, if it's going to take hours. Yeah, there's no real indication at this time how much longer this incident is going to occur. But like I said, at this time, everybody is safe. The union, along with Vale, are working very closely together to make sure that this ends in a good way.
Yeah, we're showing our viewers across the country, Lindsay, as we're talking, where you are relative to Toronto and Southern Ontario. You're, as you were saying, just outside Sudbury. Just to go over it one more time, just to reiterate, we're hearing that there are no injuries, that these people are in a place where they have access to food, and so at least for now, they're safe, relatively speaking. We just got to get them out.
Yes, absolutely. You're 100% correct there, Todd. We We are hearing that everybody is safe. Nobody was injured in this incident that occurred early afternoon, early morning on Sunday. However, yes, everybody is still having to remain in place. And I'm sure there's a lot of family members, a lot of friends, and even the workers themselves are feeling uneasy at this point. And as I mentioned, in just speaking to the union, you could hear the concern in their voice, and they're very worried about their workers.
Yeah, we can certainly understand that. Lindsay Alick with CTV joining us from just outside Sudbury with the very latest. Lindsay, good to see you. We'll check in again. Thank you.
Good to see you. Thanks, Todd.
To end the news, the headlines once again. The Ministry of Health says WHO approved vaccines are available throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Lake asphalt workers engage in protest over unpaid wages. The Kiss Baking Company increases prices on some products. Guyana awarded Japanese grant to boost its COVID-19 fight. Thank you for watching your Guile South Evening News. On behalf of the entire team, we want to wish you a great night.
Yeah, and that was your Guile South News. There's a new feature, something that you can look forward to, I believe, every night, 9 p.m. That kind of kind of kick off the Guile Nights experience for each night.
It's an official factor. It's an official factor of Guile Nights now.
Yeah. Another nice feature.
Every night at 9.
At 9.
Yeah.
And the Guile News. Yeah, that's nice, man.
So good night, everyone. Good night to the Guile.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Kudos to the Guile Nights.
To all our viewers,
Guile
our
South.
listeners.
Yep. All right, we'll manage this somehow, but of course, you notice
big up.
Yeah, we have a delay in Zoom.
Yeah, boy,
so.
it's the real jet tonight.
Yeah. So we will cross talk, but we'll survive.
Yeah. But nevertheless, the show goes on. On. So welcome to everybody of the islands, South America, North America, England, Ireland, Australia, China,
what?
India, Pakistan.
Nice.
I don't know. Well, you know what time it is, buddy. Some kind of time, you know what time.
No, it's morning time. Whatever, it's 13 hours China and Korea, and then of course you say it's tomorrow right now in China and Korea.
Well, yeah.
They're a few hours ahead of us. Well, good time of day to all our viewers around the world via Tego TV and Facebook. You know, we have viewers from all around the world. And our Dub is really picking up some pace, fellas, when it comes to viewership.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks to all
been
of
looking at the last few shows.
Well, listen.
And I wasn't here last week.
Yeah.
Last week was real therapy.
Well, now that you're here, the viewership might dip. I don't know.
Nah, it's going up. It's going up, man. It's going up. It can only go up, man. It can only go up.
If we expect a decline, next week we don't know what causing it.
Already they started already. Let me take it.
There we go.
One time. Rubber dub inside.
Rubber dub.
Good evening, Rubber Dub. 3 men and a top.
Good evening.
Eric.
Good evening. Yes, my dear.
Nice, man.
I'm alive, right?
That's what we're talking about.
First
things first.
Alive and well.
Yes. How you
am
feeling?
about 75% okay.
Oh,
in some pain still, but pushing through.
All right, well, hang on there.
Pushing through.
Alan, like your taste buds come on as what? 9 o'clock, 9:30? Alan?
He doesn't want to eat.
Start it up.
I
didn't maintain the tub.
So, Alan, don't run away like that.
I eat my snack before. Sorry.
I tried
I
not to
learned to run away like last week, eh?
Last week I got sorry, last week I got interrupted by a phone call that I had to deal with it, and unavoidably, I really couldn't jump back on. By the time I was finished the call, I really was unavoidable.
Because I was watching in between and I see, but Alan disappears.
I did deny the call and I get a second time and I like,
Alan, run away.
Yeah.
All right, so let us see what you all have for us tonight.
All right.
All right,
good,
Eric.
Good. Nice. Yeah, man.
All right. Bye bye.
Right. We have a few interesting stuff, but first I want to say hello to some people. I'm trying to make it a little priority to monitor the studio phone, because I realize a lot of people sending messages to the studio phone. I don't know if they're thinking it's Gael, but anyhow, so they're sending messages. I say let me at least try to respond to some. So I see a man who I met since what I would have been 2019, about mid 2019. Haven't seen each other for a while. He said, "Man, it's you all the time. I never recognize it's you, the same person on Gael." So he watching me on Gael all the time, and he now realizes me from a business associate. And then I have a number of people.
That's when you had hair on your head.
Probably, boy, you understand? Yeah, but today I was chatting with Claude from St. Vincent. Is it St. Vincent? Let me see. Claude. Yes, Claude from St. Vincent. So let me say hello to Claude, locked on. He said, I've been looking at Gael for many years.
What?
Yeah. No, let me big up the thing now, because hear this. He said, "Hello Eric, my name is Claude Cambridge. I'm from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I've looked at your show every Tuesday night as long as it's on and COVID allows. Definitely the best and most interesting show during the week. You can definitely learn something from your show. I don't miss it." That
very nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Thanks a lot.
A little feather in the cap. Yeah.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Claude. And tonight we have a special feature tonight that actually was sent by one of our fans in Canada. There's a film company, Caribbean roots, of course, and you will hear all the accents and stuff. You know, the diaspora out there did a Cambule film, and she sent it to me and said that would be a nice feature for tonight. So, Pat from Canada, look out for it. It come in sometime during the course of the night. We go run that feature.
Any other thing?
Yeah.
Let me talk about this heat wave, son.
Hey, don't talk about that heat wave now. That heat wave for me.
I'm telling
that heat wave for me and that pressure right now.
Boy.
Let me give you my experience today. I leave outside with the heat. Rain fell sometime midday. And then, so by the time I got home, after 2 minutes to 3, I got inside. I ate lunch and lie down I said, well, I'm going to take a sleep. You ever lie down to sleep and get up with a headache?
Yeah.
This heat.
I get a headache.
Yeah.
I get a serious headache with the heat inside the house. And the heat itself, you come outside, outside, the same temperature. It was ridiculous today.
Yeah.
And I found myself drinking a lot of water. I didn't know when I drink plenty of water, what happens here after? What go in must come out. You understand? You find yourself running to the bathroom consistently.
Boy, yes, a couple days I went out. In the car, I went to do some business. So I turned on the AC. I'm feeling the coldness, but it was just like a heat just hovering above the whole top of the car, as cold as it is inside. I said, what the jail is this, boy? Real heat?
Wow.
Yeah, boy.
That's ridiculous, man. That's really
my experience today was a terrible one, so.
Oh, Lord.
Because I went out this morning, went to the hospital, and when I get a job from my partner, he dropped me in the hospital to get my little bandage clean up and thing now. You understand? My partner Eric dropped me.
Yeah.
So when I reach now, Apparently they're dealing with whatever they're dealing with. So they can't handle me. So they just give me everything I need. And they tell me I can go home with it.
The self-administer. The self-administer.
The self-administer.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the half of it, though. That wasn't the half of it.
You need to move.
The real McCoy is I had to walk from by the hospital up to the taxi stand. My jersey black. The sun hot. And my whole belly burning.
Lord.
Wow.
Every air conditioned store I feel, I walk in and I just do like I look around. To cool down myself. Yeah. And then I continue. I go in Francis fashion. The man watching me. The man started watch me like, but he look like he come to take our sneakers and run out his door.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Yesterday was hot sun and hail.
Hail, hot sun, hail.
And hail. Mm-hmm. You receive a call in there?
You get a call?
It cut off. They stopped. All right.
I mean,
See
taking
the call
that call
back.
for yourself? Or it cut
Nah,
off?
they call back. They
Coming
call
again.
back. Rubber Dub Dub, you inside?
Okay.
Rubber Dub Dub?
Yes, Rubber Dub Dub. And Alan, TV Mommy, TV Mommy not feeling well at all, Chad. TV Mommy not feeling well, Chad. Fever.
Oh,
Pardon?
okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so. Yeah, you see, you're not hearing her?
Last night, thanks for the
right.
information.
And she usually call Kern.
Kern, I was saying, but be here from TV Mommy. Yeah.
Right, she not well. She has fever and cold.
Oh, gosh.
All right. Well, thanks for the information.
Well, let me hope a speedy get over. I don't even want to say recovery. A speedy get over.
All right.
That's the information.
Thanks, God, for the info. Yeah, blessed.
TV Mommy, wish you speedy recovery and health and strength over the next couple of days. Because last time you on Rubber Dub Dub, I'm so sorry, you're on Dial Night, Kern and I, and when you finish it, like, but we didn't hear from TV Mommy. And Kern actually said she's probably not feeling too well, so I see, so his prayers goes out to her tonight. And for those of, it's one big family, so stretch all your hand for and stretch a prayer out for TV Mommy and ensure, that, that she bat a couple more. You understand?
True. Yeah.
She bat a couple more.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. So we had hot sun in one corner and then hail in the next corner yesterday. This weather, it's really strange. The other night I sit down, and I tell you I hear any wind coming. Early Sunday morning, I got up about 4 minutes to 5 and I washed clothes. Me, once water in the pipelines and whatever.
Yeah.
I say, thanks, Wassa. Before you take it back, let me wash clothes.
One time.
Yeah. Let me take this one now.
Right now, man.
Rubber Dub Dub, you inside?
Rubber Dub Dub.
Hi, good night.
Hi.
Guys.
Good night.
Hi.
And it's so nice to see you back. And everything okay?
Thank
Hi,
you.
Eric. Hi, Alan. Alan, you're only missing TV Mommy. You're not missing Auntie Y. You didn't hear Auntie Y call you last time.
Auntie Y, that's how you're
jealous.
You back and
Just kidding.
Gosh.
Our prayers is a TV Mommy. And, she probably going through a little thing, but God is good. Trust in God. And
God is good all the time.
and she will get over that, with all of us prayers.
Yeah.
And things. So I just called to say hi to the guys and everybody else, right? Hi, Nisi. Love you all.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, Alan.
Take
Bye,
care.
Eric and Alistair.
Thanks, Auntie
Okay,
Y.
bye.
Yes.
Okay, take care.
Nisi is always on the ball, Nisi, I'll give you the information till you o'clock in the game.
Yeah, let me say hello to
I
Anastasia.
just see something there.
Oh, all right. Well,
Anastasia, Francois. Yeah.
Yes, Anastasia locked on. I seen a set of people on the phone, no names, but let me just say hello. I seen a 571 area code. We have some 473 area code. I know that's Grenada. We have a couple of people from Grenada. We have
on the phone.
People texting now. Yeah. So, but some of them didn't leave their names, but I've seen the area codes and stuff coming up.
Yeah.
We have a boy Anthony Roy,
so
945.
guys,
yeah.
Hey, Anthony, big up.
Yeah, man.
So leave all your name and where all you're from, so we gonna know to do the thing correct.
Yeah,
if you're
man.
from up so, down so, around so, up the hill, down the hill, round the bend. Yeah, let we know. I just see something that I was scrolling while I rolling here. I see a magistrate order the police to give back Mr. DSS some money. You see how much is exact way?
What?
40,000 by 64,000.
What?
Yeah, she ordered them to give it back.
Yeah. I'll ask you a question, right?
I will something.
The question I want to ask, right? Just help my memory.
Your neighbor who was running. Your neighbor who was running.
This happened after we get a new bill, right? This happened after the new bill. So all that money is new bills.
Yeah, more or less.
All right, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that? But what does that mean? What does that mean? I mean, that's a small amount of money.
It's a small amount, but I think the judgment is what does make the difference. Because it's just
set.
Yeah, so since they seized that money, it's just extension after extension after extension, and no evidence, no new evidence coming to light and all them kind of things. I mean, it's a long procedure, but at the end of the day, they will at some point in time give him back something, because they could end up having to pay more in the long run.
Well, I'm not gonna say that, but let me take this. Yeah. Rubber Dub you inside.
Rubber Dub.
Good night.
Good night,
Pleasant,
everyone.
Good night.
It's Rollins calling from Antigua. I'm enjoying your program as usual.
Rollins from Antigua.
Nice, man.
Welcome.
Nice.
Night and be safe.
Thank
Please
you.
wear your mask.
Nice.
The corona is getting out of hand.
Yes.
And by the way, is there any cake and wine left from the birthday? No cake and wine leftovers?
Oh, last week before.
Was two back to back, was mine, and then my son was the next week.
Yeah, so
right.
good night.
Yes.
Pleasant night, yes. Get home safe. Okay, all the best.
Thank you.
Love you.
Yes.
Bye.
Love you. Nice man.
Take care.
Hey, let me say hello to Natasha Grimes. Yeah, I want to say hello to Natasha Grimes locked on. You have Pat Dillon Moore locked on. Hyacinth, Slater Henry locked on. Patricia. Pat is sticking at all while we get Patricia Batiste Kwamina locked inside.
Yeah, Patricia,
Nicholas Adams. Harriet Jeremiah and a few other folks inside. Hey, guys, we thank you. You all make the show. You all add a different level of life to the show. And we want to say thanks for that. Hey, let me just throw this out here one time. Go ahead, Alan. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
No, I just let Antigua know, and everybody know after that pass by Eric to get my share of the cake and slice of the cake. Never.
You're afraid lightning, boy. You're afraid lightning.
Lock up like DSS.
You're afraid lightning.
I know you get high. You get high, so you can't even drop it.
Eric come and drop the car the other day, and he come walking.
Serious.
I said, but where the man car? I can't even see. So when I go up the road there now, passing the man house, no cars.
No car.
And the place lock up tight.
And the gate high.
Yeah, and it lock up like DSS.
You living right there.
I know. So close and yet so far.
So cool. You still ain't got no cake yet.
Nothing.
Hey, let me throw as a top of thing this. Let me throw this out there one time. Don't forget, guys, next week it is the climax of 3 solid series of Rubber Dub. We went non-stop. You know, normal thing is you take a little break mid-season and all that kind of. We went 3 straight seasons, 3 series, no stopping. But we may have to take a break after this one because we need to regroup and plan and think. But I mentioned it last couple of weeks. I just say it again. So we'll be creating a special link for our Gael friends and family to join us live on the show. Nice. So, right, this is what you see net. This Zoom.
Yep.
This is Zoom. We integrate Zoom with everything else. So it's a Zoom link you're getting. I talk to Jeline. I talk to the guys. We think. They plan in place. We want to see TV Mommy. We want to see Antigua inside. We want to see Grenada. I want to see Claude from Saint Vincent. I want to see Miss Saint Lucian Posse, Canada, Tortola. We want to see all inside.
Barbados.
Yeah,
Barbados.
Yeah, a lot of people has been calling and I don't know that.
South Carolina.
If I see some of these people, no, I don't know who they are because I just know it. I just hear any voice. You understand? Mississippi. I just hear voices. I want to see faces and things. You understand what I'm saying? So look out for that.
Yeah, online party. It's the online bashment, the online zessa.
You understand?
We have the CCC tonight still?
Yeah, I had that locked and loaded. Loaded and ready.
Right.
Yeah. I can't take too much buff, so I have to make sure I have that inside.
Yeah, some other stuff.
Yeah, I want to little. Well, it's almost 9, so we could just buffer the time. Then we go do almost 10. Then we go do CCC and come back with the other things after.
All right.
Cool. All right, so guys, look out for that link. Look out for that link. Yeah, and I only have one rule.
So how much the link? No ask.
Well, I'll liaise with Jeline. Well, I'll talk with you guys. We have a couple of things, but basically we will handle that. And Jeline kind of working with me to handle the rest because she more or less know the Gael people. If you follow what I'm saying, you know, a lot of people that say I don't know.
Right.
But Jeline have a handle on who is who and that kind of thing. So we don't talk that talk. Right? But we have one rule. I have one simple rule. Camera on. If you're coming on the Zoom with your camera off, might as well just give you a phone call and done with that. The whole idea is we want to see who are the people.
All right, so let me add to that.
Yeah.
Let me give you a part B to that rule.
All right. So rule number 2.
Camera
Call it that. Rule
on,
number 2.
Your camera. Rule number 2.
Yeah.
You can't be naked. That's basically no. Because that are rule number 3, don't put no clothes. Don't put no rip up.
Alan. You gotta
make sure things in place.
Alan.
Just had a painting. You gotta make sure.
All right. I meant
likely why.
I meant all right.
Oh gosh, yes.
I meant one rule apart from the normal Zoom etiquette, right? So
I know.
Which thing?
You know what children doing? You know what children doing it, the schooling and stuff.
Yeah, and mommy walk in the back, so all kind of thing. And,
parents in the background. Yeah, with the towel and the underwear on and they're walking around, and walking through and they stop in the seat. What going on there? And they half naked.
Yeah,
ask teachers about that, they go tell you. The teacher go tell you. So you have to let them know.
I see some of that.
Somebody passing behind me.
Crazy.
Somebody can pass behind me. Yeah. Alistair right now, it's a plenty space behind Alistair there, so people can be passing behind him.
No, that's not worry. Nobody can pass.
Right. You see, you want to make sure your space tight.
Yeah.
You don't have a space where people passing in the background and they go in the kitchen and passing where they, so that we could not be distracted with your background and you can talk to people and tell them, go and hide and all kind of different
definitely.
Alan, I have something for you. Before we hit CCC, I have something. We have about 5 minutes. I have something for you. Let me get it.
Bring it.
Bring it. Wait a second.
Bring it.
Let me find it. Hey, where this thing going, way? Safe. Oh, that's not sorry. I'll be done with it. Alright. Take
nighttime. 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 Daytime. Nighttime. Daytime.
What are you doing?
Having a game of nighttime, daytime. You want to play?
I don't know why, but I don't seem to have a lot of luck with women. I mean, I'm kind, I'm caring, I'm... No, it's a mystery, that.
Alan! 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 Al! Alan!
She's all neck and legs. Look at her.
Oh, I am looking at her.
Stop looking at her.
You just told me to look at her.
Ow!
Ow! Ow!
Yeah.
That's right, big throat, that.
That's not. This
John,
is
I
a
don't
real
think
crap
we're
with
allowed to
him.
wear. It's fine. Just keep a lookout. What was that? That was me zip. Whoa! Where did all these come from? You know me, lads. I can't wait with an audience. Alan! 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 I'm Wolverine! I'm Sabretooth! Wolverine! Sabretooth! Wolverine! Sabretooth! Wolverine! Sabretooth! You can't get me on Wolverine! I'm Sabretooth!
Pack it in. You know I'm working nights.
Cheer up, Trev. All right, Bernie. Here, gag for you. This fella and a giraffe walk into a bar. Giraffe goes to sleep on the floor. Barman says, "Oi, what's that lying there?" Fella says, "It's not lying, it's a giraffe." Giraffe. You crack me up, Trev.
I'd just like to open wide, sir. Okay. You going anywhere nice on your holidays?
I think
Yeah, don't try and talk when my hands are in your mouth, sir. My wife and I are thinking of going abroad this year. Dudley, she's got family in the zoo over there. You got kids? Please don't talk when my hands are in your mouth, sir. Do the fill-in here, actually, at the back. Is it mainly bananas you eat? I won't tell you again, sir. Please don't try and speak when I'm working inside your mouth. Right, I'm just going to have a cheeky little taste. That's not bad, actually. Almost done. Just need to smell your breath. Oh, God, that is rank. I think I need to lie down. Oh, God.
Yeah. Alan! 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 Al! Alan! Excuse me, mate. I think you're in my stand.
Can't you just stand somewhere else, mate?
No, look, I've reserved this space here. Could you move?
No, I'm not moving. You move.
Are you going to move or not?
No.
Right. That's it.
Whoa, get off.
Just move, will ya?
You move.
Oh, just move.
You move.
Oh, move.
You move.
Move.
You move.
Move.
You
Move.
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 No.
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 Move. Move.
No.
Move.
No.
Move. 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 I forget it. Sid,
Who's that?
this is your conscience, Sid. What? You've been a very naughty boy, Sid.
I ain't.
Leaving them banana skins on the floor so people slipped on them.
No, I didn't. The bin bag, it ripped.
Bin bags? To dispose of biodegradable banana skins? You must be punished. No. Gets him every time. Alan! 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 Al! Alan!
Rabbit, rabbit, bunny, jabber, rabbit, rabbit, bunny, jabber, rabbit, 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 bunny, jabber, rabbit.
Shouldn't have had that 12 coffee. I can't even blink anymore, and I can hear my heartbeat in my ears. I don't get it. Mary had the same as me, and she went to bed hours ago.
Tell me about it. I tried to go to bed, but then I ended up bringing one of those late-night quiz thingies. Name something a woman keeps in her handbag.
What was it? A mouse?
That's what I said. Then I said phone, lipstick, taxi numbers.
What was
Oh, Kevin, that's a lovely tribute.
Oh, so that's not Alan. Steve, Steve.
Steve! 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 Steve!
Steve!
I don't believe if it's one person do that,
yeah,
good. And the voice song is same, different tones, but it's songing like it's one person. He good. But anyway, I seen it at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'll go get the call.
Already. You playing that one, right?
What's that? We played that last week, you forget?
The one I said.
Yeah, we played that last week.
One just recently.
Yeah, he sent one tonight. The same thing I played last week.
Well, I don't know. But I have one. I have one already lined up for tonight.
No, but I sent you one that 2 days ago and I tell you for today.
What is CCC or funny?
Oh, that? Yeah.
No, not CCC.
No, what you're talking about. Yeah.
So let me go to CCC, Mr.
CCC, please, before we get buff.
Because you'll get buff. Sure.
Time to dance.
CCC.
get up one morning, your elders have something, you don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the thing what they went through, ask them this any day, and them elders sure to say, black man got to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to work 10 times harder to get something because of your color. Black man got to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People rob you, humiliate you, turn around and whip you, and then they free you. Black man got to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with a Hawkeye friends, look your marking, because you don't know already. Black man don't get nothing easy. You get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know. You don't care how the thing go. But if you read about Uriah, you go find out about the pressure. How they catch so much whole hell. Get a penny from TLL. Black man got to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man got to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man got to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get your little something, with a dragon and you keep marking, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. You get up one morning, independence happening. You think the thing come easy, you start taking liberty. But if you know about petition, we had to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in London to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People enslave you, and then they whip you, turn wrong and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with a dragon and you keep marking, because you don't know this already, black man don't get freedom easy. So when a black man have something, you got to start thinking. To get it easy, you got to practice economy. From getting licks from the slave master to become the landowner is a terrible journey. Black with plenty brutality. Black man got to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to make up your mind that you're able to get a bully and jam with the devil. Black man got to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to make up your mind that you're ready to swim on shore and rock your boat steady. Black man got to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with a hawker you better keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy.
You know how long we calling your name?
You know how long we calling you?
You know how long we calling your
You know
name?
how long we calling this man?
I had my headphone off.
You
Alan!
know how long we calling your name?
I tell ya.
Alan!
We said, Eric!
It's Eric!
No answer.
I had my headset off. I was prepping the other
So
thing.
that first Black Stallion, Black man, they keep on jamming, boy.
Yeah, boy.
For a black man to get a little something. Listen, this one's a genius, you know. You want to take a nice little man himself, Black Stallion, Mr. Leroy Calise, Dr. Leroy Calise, mind you. I'm sure he's looking on and smiling.
Happy belated birthday too.
Black man keep on jamming, and he's been jamming for many years. You understand? So you want to say thanks to
that man got to keep on jamming.
But I was asking last week where you get a name. I was asking last week where you get a name from Black Stallion. Well, I know
Black
Stallion.
Stallion.
I wonder if it means that he's a black version of Stallion. I don't know.
I think and Stalin was an easy man, eh?
I know, but I know.
Stalin, boy, the Kremlin of the Kremlin. But it wouldn't, I mean.
It is what it is.
It is authentic.
It is what it is.
It is authentic.
Listen to the songs. Peter, wait.
I think he put in the ask that to his Errol. Errol probably would have the history of Black Stallin's name as well, because he would have interviewed him a couple of times well. You understand? So unless we get to hear from Uncle Black Stallion himself, Dr. Leroy Calise, you know, I think the next best person is the Encyclopedia of the Caribbean, Mr. Errol.
Mr. Errol
Fabian. Yeah, he's the Encyclopedia of the Caribbean. You understand? I kid you not. So we had to get some backdrop on if we can probably
a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. You understand? So how long is this video? Because Eric, while he was in the break, he was really trying to get that text. How long is
the video clip?
Which one?
That from Canada.
The Canada?
The one from Canada.
8.5 minutes.
That you're supposed to. Yeah.
It's a nice feature. 8.5 minutes.
Nice. So we'll get into it pretty soon. This upcoming month is Cancer Awareness Month. It's also supposed to. Is it Calypso month as well? Or Calypso month is November?
September.
Yes, Calypso. I think October.
Calypso, yeah.
Calypso month, yeah.
It's October as well. I know we said it's both Cancer Awareness and Calypso month of Calypso month actually. So I think next month we should be jamming some serious, having some serious. I mean, true Calypso is where our stories have been told, and of course, for those, there are folks right now today that is in the fight against cancer. So you gotta be aware of that. If we do anything in October, we wanna make sure, and recognize the fighters of Calypso and the pioneers. Sorry, the fighters of cancer and the pioneers of Calypso. When you think about it, and there's some other
Calypsonians and Calypso was really like our version of social media, long before Facebook and all that kind of thing.
Of course. Yeah. They were the storytellers, they are the griots. I was explaining somebody the other day. I think he was talking about it, where this year, I remember David Rudder was in our presence at the time. Did I express this here, right?
Nah,
somewhere I was discussing that, and I'm like, right. And I remember there was a time he was in Kaiso Blues on Woodford Street, and David Rudder was in the back in the dressing area where we were, and my sister's friend and I, and we were all in the back there, and David Rudder's passing, and there's me. Look, David Rudder, David Rudder. I'm awestruck. Just look, David Rudder.
You're going in groupie mode.
Yeah, but listen, with all our Kaisonians, I am a very big fan of every one of them. Big respect.
Okay.
And David Rudder's passing on like, David Rudder, King David Rudder. That's what I did. And
Boss.
He say, what's happening, man? Take, and we talk 2 minutes. And there's a young lady who was standing next to me, boy. That was my sister's friend, good friend.
Yeah.
Had no idea who David Rudder was. Alistair, no idea. And she born and bred in Trinidad.
What?
And I'm like, no, what she say, who is that? I listen, I remember
yeah, because there's like,
and I watch her to see if she, I watch her to see if they're joking. I was like,
she's serious.
You're joking.
She's serious. She's serious. She's serious.
I said, you had to be joking.
She's serious.
She's serious. No, who is that? I started saying billim. I said bim.
And she didn't know what you're talking about.
I started saying, where the man, where the eye? Where the man, where the eye? Nothing. I started saying other stuff. I said, but you don't know who David Rhoda is? And I was shocked. To see that and to hear it for yourself, you realize the huge disconnect generationally when it comes to the storytellers and the importers. This is how we are no longer connected to our history. That to me tells the story as to the disconnect between who we are or who we were or where we came from as a people to understand where we're going. So that means everything else and everybody else takes center stage in our mind and not our history, our rich culture and our history as a people, where our identity is. I was shocked.
The number of Aruan vibes, Cartel.
Trust me. But I think she was more on the punk rock kind of pop rock kind of. She was on pop music and rock music, that kind of thing too. So she wasn't. But
well,
I think the disconnect in this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You fix something.
I think the disconnect as well.
You real delay, boy.
I think
it could be other way around
schools as well when this is concerned. And our schooling system.
No, I am seeing you talking.
I see the same thing.
And then your voice coming in after, like a good 5-6 seconds after.
Yeah, I got to explain that.
I see on the real time, but you are the only one to deal with.
That's on Zoom,
right,
but not on the production. That's a long technical story.
Okay.
No, but let me get a flip side and that side to that whole thing. I worked at Tobago for about a year. We're doing some work with Chief Sec Office in 4 Division. So getting to know the people and I trying to inquire because I up there for a while, so I want to understand the culture and all them kind of things. I was surprised to know that there are people in Tobago, small little Tobago, that grew up, spend all their life in a certain area. I don't even know where Scarborough is. They don't know where Crown Point is.
Nah.
No, I'm telling you. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. When the person I said, no, they're comfortable there. They had no reason, as far as they were concerned, to go there. So they don't. I mean, they know of it by name. What going on with the?
It's like he's smiling.
That
It's still across the street and reach all him.
Yeah, so this person tell me about their grandmother and some other elderly folks and stuff. People like 70, 80, 90 years. Just that's it.
Right.
And they don't know where Scarborough is.
Let me get worse than that.
Yeah.
Let me get worse than that. They have people who reach New York. They reach Europe. They reach all over and never visit Tobago right here in Trinidad.
Yeah, boy. I know about that. I know about that.
They touch other Caribbean islands and touch. They touch the Antibago of Trinidad and Tobago. You see Antibago? It's Trinidad and Tobago. You see Antibago? You see that?
Yeah.
You see all over the place.
Yeah, boy.
They miss the Antibago part. That's a sad state. But more so, it's really about how do we know, and that's it, and we've been begging these questions. Can't go for a space like Gael. Because Gael has the as I said, the archives. The archives are right here. Anybody can call right now and say, Errol, I need to get something on Blakey, Merchant, this one, that one, something on Sprangalang. What about these guys of the Caribbean? People from Barbados. When we having problems finding stuff, you go in the archives of Gael. It's sitting right there waiting to be used. You understand? And this is paramount for any society's survival. You must know your history. All these other countries, when you look at it, what makes them as strong as they are is because they have a very rich and well-preserved history. Because you have to know where you come from, and that is part and parcel as to why we have this identity crisis. Because we're too busy trying to look like North America.
Yep.
And pardon my language, but North America wouldn't even fart on cotton for us. I'm sorry I had to say it like that. I had to be raw. Because I had to be raw. They ain't passing gas on cotton for you to smell. I say that in the sense that no, I say that with the utmost respect. I ain't
Which
saying
part
that
which part cotton is grow?
It can't hold on cotton. But I say that with the sense that, I mean, if we were to try to measure up to any one of these first world countries, we would be snubbed at. We won Miss Universe, we won Miss World, we had some of the fastest runners in the world on the world platform. Not just Jamaica, talking about Trinidad and Tobago as well. We've been recognized. There are countries who've never ever seen gold, silver, or bronze in an Olympic medal that are considered first world countries. And we have hit those targets time and time again. And so now to be measured up in terms of education, we have an education system that is on par with the rest of the globe. You understand? We have that within Trinidad and Tobago, within the Caribbean, not just Trinidad and Tobago, within the Caribbean. And so to be so disconnected from ourselves now, you understand? It begs a bigger question. Where are we going as a people when we can't, so what is our identity out there? Whenever I'm going to perform, and go ahead.
Sorry, that's an interesting comment. Unfortunately, today, some of our youths don't know calypsonians of yesterday, of yesteryear, or even today's. But they know the soca artists.
Yes. Soca has become the new identity, but soca is the child of calypso. You understand? Soca is the child of... People don't know that in the Caribbean, and if they want to go and research it, that calypso is older than reggae.
Let me take this one.
Is older than reggae.
Let me take this one. Rub-a-dub-dub inside.
Rub-a-dub-dub.
Hello.
Good night.
Good night, caller. How are you going?
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Trinidad, the woman, them friendly.
Trinidad, the woman, them
friendly.
The woman friendly. That's correct.
Well, I tried to understand because that can mean several things.
I mean, she's listening to the TV. She's still on? She's still on?
No, she gone.
She on?
I'm not trying to interpret that.
But the woman friendly. If the woman friendly, we are trying to say again. We are warm people.
Why is she calling to say that?
What do you call him? Sparrow said it. Sparrow said, and people don't understand this, Sparrow said, when reggae came on the scene, and reggae burst on the scene, and everybody was praising reggae and running down reggae and stuff, Bob Marley and reggae and thing, and reggae was on the map. They say reggae was in the spotlight, while reggae's mother, Calypso, was in the corner watching it and pushing it on.
Yeah.
That's what Sparrow said.
Let's listen to the so-called urban radio stations.
Look, what's
we showing off. Don't be showing off.
Don't show up at this time. Don't show up.
The man pull out a piece of sweet bread.
It's coming in nice and slow. Abigail! Bring thing.
Bring thing. Gotta go and pull out my thing for you.
Yeah, but Red Calypso is and people understand that there's a connection. Everybody getting tea, honey. Bring a sandwich, man. We have fun.
Boy. I think this is
they're showing off on my screen here.
Hey, we have a call coming here. Let me take this
call. Something up for that.
Rubber dub you inside.
Yeah, bring him in. Rubber dub.
Good night.
The Calypsonian is also a philosopher and a fourth year.
Correct.
Before yesterday, we had some hailstone in Aruka. Crazy thing about that, you know. I'm telling you.
In time to come.
My partner talking just
true.
David pass and the girl didn't know him. Some years ago, I was on street in Newtown. By Lara come around the corner walking barefoot. And I tell him, I say, well, you know, you tell me? He said, boy, I couldn't do this in Trinidad. Playing small, go in the car park with them boys and them. He said, I could only do that in Trinidad. We have some things unique about our people. But I love my guys, so. Happy birthday, Carlos.
Yes. Who is this? This Brian here? This Brian?
Nice man.
Yeah, Coco Village.
Brian from Coco Village, nice man. Yeah.
I will see you next week when they come up.
Nice man. All right, good. Nice.
On the link. Very nice.
Yeah.
Nice okay, gentlemen, have a good one.
Yeah, man, take it light.
Yeah. Correct.
Man say Brian, I walking on Picton Street.
Barefoot. And these are things that we could celebrate. I mean, I don't say Trinbagonians little pompous when you want to say in terms of we don't lower people, we don't put people up.
Yeah.
It's almost like, who is Eric? Who Eric really is. And we play down each other. You understand? Superstars will leave all over the world and come here and walk the street normal and not feel bothered by paparazzi and people for autograph. And they would say that they love competition that just for that they could relax. They could relax in this space and not be bothered and not be, people bothering them.
They will get a little big up and thing. But they will
certain spaces it will happen. Yeah. But they can walk the streets of Port Authority normal and say, hey, that's not what's going there.
Yeah. Alan, I was giving Eric the story about last week how I went to the hospital. So, for the TV world and the Gale family, I'll tell you what happened. I mean, there's nothing that I can't not talk about. Last week I had a run-in with a pot of hot water.
Hold it. Let me take this call.
On my belly. Yeah,
let me take this call.
Rubber
dub inside. Hello. Talk to us on the phone, caller.
Hello, this crazy picking up all the show, boy.
Hey, like but what the jail is this?
You're crazy.
I like how we're keeping Gael alive.
Yeah, man.
All they talking about Kaiso, and all they talking about reggae, and all they talking about crazy. I like that. Nobody don't pick me up at all, and I like what you're doing.
Yep. Oh gosh, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So I listen to all your look on our line down, Mr.
Crazy.
Thank you, Mr. Edwin.
I want to take the vaccine today, so I'm relaxing.
Nice, man. Nice.
LeBron James and the whole lot, let us take it. So I want to take mine. I ain't that crazy. So I'm taking it all the way. I right now I line down watching the show.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Nice,
all right.
Wow.
What?
That's crazy.
Hey, let me just drop this here. Good night, Rubber Dub, 3 men in the top. Enjoying the show as usual. We are also having extreme heat here in Barbados. Dancing at the CCC Black Man.
Oh gosh.
Gotta keep jamming. From Spencer and Margarita Stewart. Spencer and Margarita Stewart. All the way in Barbados. Thank you.
Welcome.
Part of the family. Yeah, man. I'll drop all the lines, man. Drop your text, drop your comments. Big it up, big it up.
Yeah, family keep it growing. Uncle Crazy.
Yeah, boy, yeah, boy. Crazy on the top, boy. Crazy in the top.
Well, Alan, let me drop your thing now. I will let you introduce it. I know if you want to say something.
Right, so let me announce it.
And then I go run the Canadian feature.
Yeah. They bring it in.
Yeah.
So just to make people know who we are as a people all outside here, I understand how we just phrase things. All have custom the things one way, but all hear it out there. And you would know actually anywhere on the globe by this clip here. Run it there, Eric.
Wait, I wonder if the same one we have we talking about. I hate talking about phrasing and all kind of thing. Clip. Alright. Well, this is a TikTok clip. I hope this is it.
This barber should go international.
The one I said earlier.
Yeah,
nah. That's it. No.
That's the wrong thing. That's the wrong thing.
Alright, let me see.
But what are you doing?
He leveling up the man He leveling up the man here. Alright, then, let me get a clip. Let me run the Canadian. Yeah, let me run the Canadian feature.
No, before you do it.
Before you do.
What?
Alright, well, I had to download it.
So it over when you about that Friday.
Alright, I had to download it. So let me run the Canadian feature and we'll come back to that.
Alright, so Trinbagonians know that wasn't what I was trying to introduce. So pull it back for introduction and we'll bring it back when I come.
Yeah.
So bring your clip and we'll come back to my clip after. It's not a problem.
Alright, cool.
As members of the African diaspora, we have had to fight for our freedom, fight to be considered as equals, and fight for justice. We see this reoccurring trend century after century. To this very day, we are fighting for our lives. However, we shall no longer fight to be recognized as worthy of equal consideration. The folk dance and music of the Caribbean is a reminder of not only the struggles, it signifies the victories as a people. This performance was made to educate and uplift audiences, restore and maintain pride in Caribbean folk culture, that still we rise within the diaspora.
Oh Shango, Mojube ile Shango Niwano Erijaja Orisha Roko Arimole Shango Mojube ile Yes Leiwa
In life, whenever we feel lost, we must retreat within ourselves. Dig deep within the mist of emotion, all the way to the fire that burns within you. Look to the fire within for the energy that keeps us going in the face of all adversity, lights the way forward.
No woman no afraid. No woman no afraid, no woman. No woman ain't afraid, no woman. Any woman could cut any woman. No woman no afraid. No woman no afraid, no woman. Take your time and not stick a linda. You go be a real stick fighter. Rasta, let me up, let me up, let me lift them down. Rasta, let me up, let me up, let me lift them down. Walk out to the road.
All right, folks. Unfortunately, I had to cut the video short. Right. Yeah, we start getting some copyright warnings and ding.
Flags. I guess I'm getting flagged.
Yeah.
Oh, I get flagged. Alistair.
Facebook, boy. Facebook for you. Facebook for you.
Uncle Crazy. Let me tell you, on Monday night, coming, on the Gael nights, we was going to feature Uncle Crazy from Monday night Gael nights. Yeah, okay. You and I was talking at last week. Last night we did Ronnie McIntosh. Mm-hmm. Monday coming, we see we're doing Ronnie McIntosh this week, and next week we're doing Crazy. So Crazy, yeah. Look out for you on the night of the night next week, Monday on Dial Nights. We're featuring you. We want you to be locked on Monday night to enjoy what we do on the Monday night edition as well. So you're getting a big ups tonight and you're getting a big ups on Monday, Uncle Crazy. Don't worry yourself. Yeah, we got you. Yeah, friends.
Cool, man.
Well, I see Alistair's still out.
Yeah.
He thought, he thought we'd have got the full 9, but he'll come running in just now. Yeah, so my thing is, my concern is that we really have to find, how do we know, again, just a conversation to have, how do we now ensure that this generation is not disconnected from what makes us uniquely us as a people? You understand? I had to say it like this. I see my children get lost in Japanese anime. And my daughter could talk probably more Japanese right now than dialect. Than we own little twang. You understand? Which again is a scary thing. You know, it's scary.
Yeah. True.
They let them lost in other cultures now. You know. I don't have a problem with you learning other cultures, but some emphasis must be placed on what is ours. And I think as parents, as leaders, and leaders in the sense of religious leaders as well, I don't think religious leaders should get caught up in so much only teaching about God. I must see that with a certain sense of guardedly. Guardedly. Wait, no, listen. I'll say it like this. We still cannot ignore, because even in the Bible, and culture was never ignored.
True.
The culture of the people was never ignored. And I would tell you this, and if you want to challenge it, go read the Bible, you will see. When children of Israel is coming out of Egypt and is going across the River Jordan, what did they say? Pick up stones. When there was two parting, one of the Red Sea and then there was one of the Jericho River. When the river was parted and was walking through, Joshua told them, pick up stones in this river right here. And when they get to the other side, that the stones will be a memorabilia. It's for remembrance of this day. So that the grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, if they ask, what are these stones? They will tell you this is the day that we crossed through the River Jordan to get to this point. So there was always never forsaken as to what had happened in the past. Don't forget where you came from, what you went through as a people. You understand? The 1990 attempted coup, that's a part of our history. Does my children, our children know about these things and why this happened, or the Black Power movement, why this thing happened, what started the Black Power movement, what happened with those riots and things that were very instrumental to our, I think we get a gloss over as to our personal history and not necessarily get the why behind it, whether it was right or was it wrong. And if we do have a good picture of our history, then our history is liable to repeat itself. You understand? So these are the things and the reasons why even in the Bible, culture cannot be ignored. It's just that we preach, the Bible is being preached on the backside of Revelation, and people enjoying the euphoria and the power of God and whatever the case may be. But sometimes inside there, the story shares about the culture of the people of the day. And so we must understand as Trinbagonians, as a Caribbean people, we must never ignore what is our culture. So it is on everyone to come into that space of expressing and sharing our culture as a people, because we need to make sure that we maintain a certain identity. You understand? We need to ensure that the identity of the people, carries on, and it must be more than just our twang. It must be more than our dialect. It must be more than how we speak and these little nuances. It has to be much more richer than that.
Yep, quite correct. Let's take this call here.
Let's go.
Rubber Dub inside.
Good night, fellas.
The boss himself.
My boy,
the boss, the original champion, Babala.
What's
up? What's up?
Yes, Alan. Yeah, others. Don't mind I ain't calling, but others be locked on. But Alan,
all the time.
You're touching a topic there about documentation. That is what you're talking about. No, you have to look at it from the standpoint that why these young people knowing about other cultures and not knowing about ours? Because they're getting that information, they have it in their hand. They could go on TikTok, they're on this one, they're on YouTube, they're getting everything. Apart from Gael and Watt, where our culture resides, where you could go and get that information. How much of the youth now does be tuning to Gael to get that information? So we have to make that available at a fingertip for them to be able to relate to that. And if they don't have it, they will gravitate to something else, which they have done. So this TV station, Gael, is playing a part. What playing a part? But that is only a drop, You mentioned about Trinidad and Tobago. You remember you talk about Trinidad and Tobago? You remember it had a calypso. We living in the and That is all of that is what happening. Stalin, right at Calypso, document pan. We're gonna wait until Sweden and the other place saying that pan is theirs. You understand? We have our culture is so
Imagine that.
Listen, our culture, they're talking about making money. You know how much money we lost in copyright, intellectual property rights, based on a lot of things that we have here. You know that, Alan? Right now, all 99% of all the carnivals all over the world they have a juve, they have a Demanchi grass, they have everything from Trinidad and Tobago. Where are our copyrights on that? Where are our intellectual property rights on that? But you watch all over the world, Boston Carnival, this Carnival, that, New York.
Lost.
We ain't getting a penny from that on intellectual property rights. So, I say enough, Ryder, because all you just, I wasn't calling in, you know. But you know, when you touch certain things, I just have to chime in. So I say, I say enough, and I'm signing out.
Appreciate it.
Later, fellas.
Nice, man.
Yes, man. Good to go.
Thanks, buddy.
Right.
Yeah, man,
Eric, something with Facebook. So if you were watching on Facebook, I don't know what's happening on Facebook.
Yeah, you missed it. You missed it, Alistair. You had to pull back because of this song. You can't bully.
Oh,
You get flagged.
No, well, I think we get we ain't just get flagged. They actually shut me down.
Because Joella now telling me she watching it.
You're on a timeout.
Yeah. Actually, not there. Same content is not available. So.
Oh, good.
We get licked down there. Be careful. But nevertheless, the show goes on. If it was on FB, we are on YouTube.
We live on TV, we live on YouTube.
Are we still on Tego?
Yeah, so Tego. Yeah. So I mean, we are thing. So
it's easy. I just go and stop Facebook and restart it one time.
Yeah.
No problem with that. No problem with that.
But you see, it had to start from because if you check at it, my daughter recently she going into secondary school, as we just call it, and you see all kind of subject, science, religious, IT, Spanish, all kind of thing, but nothing really on culture. And I think that is where we need to look. That is where we need to start bringing it from, because it have enough history that they can learn. Instead of us waiting to get to tertiary education, or just waiting on when it's Republic Day or Independence.
You're correct.
We need to start in school. We need to start from the primary school level. This we own. All right, American history, they teaching you about things 100, 200 years ago. We nobody don't know about. You might even get an exam on it when is the time come. But guess what? It in the syllabus. That is because it's their own. So we need now to do the same.
Yep.
So I see that there are something called visual arts. Right? So I was thinking now with myself, I thinking visual arts. So I started to think stand-up comedy. I started to think not knowing is painting. So I say wait now, it's painting. But to me, it's art and craft already. So it have art and craft, and it have visual arts, right? Nothing about what Alan Waiters do. skits and you know these things.
Sketch comedy,
sketch comedy, stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Again, the only time you go touch them thing is you gotta go to the tertiary level. Because not even in the secondary level it have it. So this is where we need to look at. This is how so all them textbook the pub. Imagine every year is a new textbook for a new form or a new standard. All right, well then we publish some textbook on Calypso and all these things.
Listen, I think sometimes even so too, we're not even comfortable with talking about our own personal history.
Yeah.
You understand? I sit with my grandmother and she tell me my grandmother come from Sutter's, Grenada. So when I go to Grenada, there's some they call it Crown Hill right now. For all my Grenadian people across it, yes, I say boy, I have roots. Sutter's, Crown Hill.
Yeah.
But if my grandmother didn't tell me about Crown Hill or Sutter's, you understand? There's a lost piece of my history where that is concerned. We are all connected to the Caribbean people. So I born Trinidad, but my grandmother and mother came from Grenada. And she could tell us about the days when she was growing up and the big clock on the hill and everybody had to go in when the clock ringing. She had to run home when 6 o'clock come because
I have family all in Beckway and all them places.
Look at that. So but we connected one way or the other to other parts of the Caribbean, and to sit down and let your grandparents and your father and your mother and them teach you about where they come from, and then you do the same thing because these are part of the child understanding or our children understanding our history as not just Trinbagonians but as Caribbean people, where we are connected and how we are connected. There are some things that my grandfather was involved in that I realized that lives in me today. I never met my grandfather. I never met my real grandfather from Grenada, who is a Samuel. So if you are Samuel in Grenada, on Sutter's side, it's quite possible that we are kin. You understand? But my grandmother spoke to me about my grandfather, and I'm like, wow, the things that she said. I never met him, but I could see some of his qualities in me. You understand what I'm saying? So, but to get the information gives you a sense of identity. You understand? And we cannot necessarily disconnect. As much as things change, we have to maintain, just like what Gael doing, maintain that something remain the same.
Yeah.
And that's passing on of the culture of Trinidad and Tobago, or Barbados, or Jamaica, or St. Lucia, or St. Kitts and Nevis, wherever you are. Make sure that your history, your culture is passing on to another generation and is maintained.
Yeah.
You understand? That's vitally important.
So someone is saying, and this making sense, we also need to write our narratives, publish when possible. It's only Trini cookbooks in the bookstores. Very few children's storybooks in the bookstores. And that's the truth.
You talk about
college cookbook. I mean,
you talk about visual arts.
Yeah.
We all grew up in the house where our grandparents' house, we see the Bascom paintings.
Yeah.
The children in the yard and the mother washing the clothes.
And the lady the lady putting the bread in the clean.
Right.
Yeah.
But the Bascom paintings was a big part of our walls.
Yeah.
And the Bascom paintings maintain the history of our culture as well. You understand? I mean, now we hear people a little bit more diversified when it comes to the culture and they be more artistic and all them different things. But some of these pictures literally tell the history of who we are as a people.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's in all forms and fashion, we have to maintain that. I'm talking about that. We get ready to show a clip that I sent the guys earlier on this weekend, I think 2 days ago. This one of my brethren, he sang at my show. If anybody attended my show, think like a woman, act like a mad. My partner Kieran Ramsey, I see he trending right now in this TikTok video, and he could tell us this story as to who we are as a people. You understand? So you would know Trini anywhere in the world when they say these things or make these kind of phrases, when you say certain things and you're asking among different cultures, they will say, what you say? What you mean?
Yeah.
This is what we mean by what we say. Let me clip all of them, see what.
How to pronounce words like a Trini. Play-Doh.
Plasticine.
Film.
Phlegm.
Chewing gum.
Chewing gum.
Soda.
Sweet drink.
Ask.
Axe.
X-ray.
X-ray.
Laundry detergent.
Breeze.
Disinfectant.
Disinfect.
Portugal.
Portugal.
Crispy.
Cripsy.
Potato.
Alu.
MRI.
MIR.
Tamarind.
Tambran.
Chocolate powder.
Cocoa.
Bleach.
Clorox.
Ghost.
Zombie.
License.
License.
Fibroids.
Fry balls.
Culantro.
Bandana.
Valencia.
Quite Valencia you live in?
Bug spray.
Flit.
Bedroom.
Bedroom.
I totally forgot.
You forget, yeah?
Broth.
Nah. Have any broth?
Plum rose.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, boy. Christen the child, please. You afraid to turn it out when?
How to say it like a Trini. Last place.
Shakir.
He cut it. He cut it.
She carries.
But I saw it.
This is truly our identity as a people. Say what you want. That's who we are as a people. Chewing gum. You don't say chewing gum. Chewing gum.
Chewing gum.
And phlegm. Yeah, and flit. This is who we are. You understand? Anywhere
can't get away.
You can't get away from that. You know, Chinese when they're talking, this is what we say. You understand? That's what we mean. And it's so good to hear my virgin jump out and do this video. You know, how to give a buzz and see how he's going and stuff.
Yeah.
Very good singer.
What's the name of the play, Alan? With Penance. What's the name of that one? That is the one we recorded. I think was
that's Green Mango. I think that's
Green Mango. Hey, we gotta bring Dexter on the show. We gotta bring Dexter on the show.
Yeah. Very good, right?
Yeah. But we had to get, and you have that still, Eric?
Yeah.
You have that still?
Yeah. I'll have to get permission from him to run clips. Yeah.
I'm sure you wouldn't mind, but yeah, talk to him first.
Yeah, we talked to Dexter.
Green Mango was a wonderful,
we can pull out some. That was
That's a wonderful playwright. Actually, somebody from UE one year, they have this in UE they used this play one year for the directors.
film festival.
Yeah, for the course.
Yeah.
You know, so people actually look for scripts and they call somebody call them and ask him to use the script. And Green Mango made directors
directors cut.
Yeah.
They have I know they have their internal film festival. Yeah. What they use as
drama.
Yeah.
They call it play festival.
Play festival.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
that's what they used to do the final. I think the final
exactly
final thing on the jig wherever.
Yeah. The final for the final courses of But he and the play actually did it looked good on stage. I mean, among the
I think it will look better than.
Nah. The original is the original, but it looked good. It made the cut.
Rub-a-dub. Hi.
Yes.
Good
Yeah,
night.
only be I calling Gael to hear, yes, 225, and this is when it come out, correspondence not answering. According to that, to define small, you say a little small chunky thing.
Yeah,
a chunky thing.
Chunky.
Small. We say, a little small thing.
Yeah, little small chunky.
And then it chunky the dial too.
Boy, I call it that guy. Yes, 2259790.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We gotta run an extension up in the east.
Take care, man. I'll say just give some story there before I rudely cut you off.
Yeah.
Well, it was based on what Alan was saying about Chinese when we on the road and thing now. Because I'll tell you, last week Monday was one of the worst days of my life. I'm so to put it. Hey, call back. Because that kind of pain, Alan, I tell you, I don't wish it on my worst enemy.
Your worst enemy?
Yeah, boy. So, and to make it worse, it didn't have any running water. So, I was outside by the tank with this little bucket, basically waiting for it to full and then throw it out, waiting for it to full and throw it out. Pressure. My neighbors and them coming up by the wall to see what going on and all kind of drama, real drama, yeah? But it's when my uncle come to pick me up to go down the road by the hospital. My jersey was just hanging over my neck. I didn't take my wallet. I just pick up my phone. I had my towel and my pants. No slippers in my foot. And that's how I crawl in. I read my headset. Everybody watching me like, wait this.
What vagrant? What vagrant? Let's bring it, buddy.
I don't know. When I come out the car, the first man, he stand up, he watch me. I see he watch me, he just back so. I say, here, this is emergency here. He watch me, he say, yes. I say, right, excuse me. When I walk in, I see two ladies stand up. I say, excuse, you is a doctor, you working? I say, right. I say, what's wrong going on? And I think for one time, I must say the service was good. They dealt with me immediately. They hit me some morphine by Alan, by 5.4 milligrams of morphine. Good. They say that they don't usually give that amount on the first shot, but they was seeing my pain. So they jam me with morphine, and I lie down in pain now, and then they throw this whatever chemical or whatever on it and put cream and boy, I didn't even know what I fall asleep.
They disinfect you.
Yeah, they had to clean it from any make sure it didn't get infected.
They never disinfect.
But I tell you, when it hit me the morphine, I get about minutes 11 and I watch my phone.
Wow.
I say, there's the time, boy. Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't a nice experience, and but I have to say, thank God it was me, because I mean, when you have kids, if it was one of my kids, well, I don't know, but that would have been different, because that's like from my belly, just under my chest, go down. So imagine my daughters and them is like just about that height, so that would have been a face. Hot water to face type of thing. Jeez. So it was real terrible. Gael family, do not get burned. Now boy, a pot of boiling water that just come off the stove. That does hot. They don't hurt, it is hot.
To all men, don't give no trouble for women to throw no hot water on you.
Yes, and that too, I didn't get no trouble. But I just...
We don't know.
Yeah.
Well, let me talk to she too.
When they were... Well,
you on the own with that one, eh? You on the own with that one. He on the own with that one. I get it that.
And then, the doctor. So, you show this, and he paused. So I know he going now. So he said, so he paused. He said, so I'm just making sure that is not the mistake. So, with all the pain, I just had to laugh. You know?
You could call the police just secretly. Yeah,
no, that's what the man said. The man said, because
you want to
Yeah, you gotta report if there's anything. You gotta report it. Yeah.
And you gonna have to report it.
It's like big men like you, Mister. It's like big men like you taking licks and burn what and burn chest. Yeah. When I report, you understand?
Well, it was an unfortunate accident because the way the house structured now, where the kitchen is, you don't really see when somebody coming out the kitchen into the TV room. So that was a real Alan.
Listen, a lot of people say it's an accident. Singing someone.
The wifey was the wifey.
And it was an accident.
Yes, she was holding the pot.
She was holding the pot. Wait.
Alan, like Calvin.
Understand? If your wife was holding the pot.
Nah, she's saying if it was that, it would have been my head. She'd have threw for my head.
Listen. That women know where to throw it, so they gonna look like it was malicious.
Because
she
was very supportive, but I didn't know I find the burn cream come out faster because I didn't even know we had burn cream.
It was stored for such a time as this.
She was supportive. She was out. Hey, she was supportive. She was outside.
I give Grenada the last call there. Call her inside. Talk to me.
Hello.
Hello.
Tell Alan. I'm calling you from Grenada.
Right.
I'm calling from Grenada. Tell Alan to mind him out.
Calling from Grenada.
Mind my mouth.
Mind your mouth. Yes. Tell him. Fast. Yeah. It's fast.
Mind your mouth.
Yeah. We listening to what I listen. We had to listen.
But wait, I don't know. We going till 11:30. I don't know. I don't know because we start 9:30 now. So I didn't.
No.
Oh, I thought
because of how much the time.
Yeah, but you're down in my business. And you want to know. You're trying to dissect.
No, but the more you talk, the more information coming at me. So it's not looking to repeat across there. It looks like I need to make a report.
I need to make a report.
In your experience, Eric, you have dealt with this type of situation where people masking the truth.
I deal with it too. So I deal with it too.
Right now you are the aggrieved. Right now you're the victim, so you can't.
I'm the victim, man. Yeah, I think
you are the victim. So we gotta get somebody in the corner to take the report. Nikki.
She really
Nikki.
She gotta call him.
The more the man talks, the more it's seeming like domestic violence.
I just didn't know we had burn cream. I didn't know we had that.
Yes, well, that's the point. That she know where the burn cream is. She put it aside for such a time as this.
Oh, so it was. You believe it was planned?
It was right there.
It was planned and executed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I won't have you.
For us, the listening public, that's how we hearing it from you right now. You with your hand in the air so, and she with the pot in she hands. You both, and she like, that's
oh,
and that's that. So, all right, friends. Well, Eric, I know what Eric looking for.
Yeah, Eric looking for.
Yeah, I find it. I'll something I find.
We have to.
Let me land this thing.
Somebody is saying, Lord, joke is joke, but domestic violence is real among men. Most times they're scared to talk about it and they take their death like a sheep. That was Harriet Jeremiah. Yeah. Big up.
Alan, this for you from Grenada.
Mind your mouth, boy.
So.
Hey, so that's the day we close it off.
Like
Yeah. Hey, folks, I'll look out for the link. Right, Go ahead, Alan. Go ahead. Yeah.
On a serious note, we're not trivializing on domestic violence on anyone. It's not condoned.
We don't condone it. We're not supporting it.
We're not saying that Lister deserve water on his chest. Right, friends? Don't take it up and get vexed with me. We make a joke among men. That's how we just do it in Rubber Dub Dub. But
I don't have to make a report on my behalf.
Violence against men or women, it is not condoned. We not sign up for it. We're booting it out. We're saying strongly that we're not condoning that. You have a problem, talk it out. Get a friend, talk to a friend, reason with somebody. If you're angry at she or you're angry at him, go find help. Talk it out.
Talk is not the solution.
Yeah, violence. Again, violence begets violence. It only repeats itself and it can only get worse. Don't start it. You understand? Don't start it at all. Walk away, run away, turn away. Please. You understand? I mean, a pandemic, we can get still crazy and you're like going mad. Walk away, go in the middle, walk away.
But I have to say thanks to my wife because she has taken care of me, since the incident. I've been well taken care of.
Why she came in here? Did she say, you'll do it again, right?
No, she was actually saying, she was actually saying, Petik.
You learn a lesson, right? You learn a lesson, you right? You get it? You get it point. Hey, fellas, it's time to jump on this. You gotta go and sleep.
Let me close it.
Big up to everybody. All of the islands, wherever.
Good to go.
Oh, gosh.
Hey, I'll look out for the links now. We could only accommodate. I could only accommodate, 49 persons on the page. Right? 49. So 3 of us plus whoever, 49 in total. So we'll see how much links we have spare after we do our initial invite and that kind of stuff, right? So I'm really hoping to see that page full out. 49, all kind of people from all over. The Gael family come in and just line.
Yeah,
just line.
That covered.
Yeah, just line.
That covered. Right? I'm sure that covered with us all. That's covered.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's been real. It's been
things
good,
hot.
Friends.
Things hot.
Thanks again for jumping in with us all around the world, over the Caribbean. You understand?
Give me something to go now. Give them something to go now, man.
So Uncle Eric will find something for us to take it out.
Yeah, you'll get something, man.
Right now, I'm feeling hot.
Take this.
Alan! Excuse.
I just wanna feel some love. I just wanna feel some love. 'Cause I just wanna hug somebody. They say the place locked down. We can't hug we friend. And then they say the place locked down. We can't shake hands again. Make emotions locked down. A prisoner inside my head. I just wanna run around. I just wanna feel some love. Feel our heart. 'Cause I just wanna love somebody. I just wanna run around. I just wanna feel some love. I see Susan by the corner. Yes, that is my long time friend. I wanted to run and hug her, but less than 6 feet. I could dare I say, baby, keep your distance. As much as I really love you, we go talk on WhatsApp later. May I start to spring some water?
good thing. That's it, right? Oh, yeah. When you tell them talk about whole wheat bread, don't let nobody fool you. Know. They target these girls.
Hey, clean boss.
He bro to understand each other.
Yeah, I'm good.
You want to see if I'm happy or
No, that's right. So I say so when
guys are effort.
Who tell you that?
Oh, you go sit down there and think about nothing.